My name is Erica Hobbs, and I will be presenting on the Mental Health Association. By necessity, I gleaned information from both the mental health associations in Greensboro and Forsyth County. Both associations are small, nonprofit, non-governmental organizations that provide mental health resources and services to adults in their communities. Though they do not provide clinical services such as psychotherapy, they do offer support groups, various programs and classes, as well as referrals to clinical care providers. The Mental Health Association in Greensboro provides leadership in identifying and addressing mental health needs and serves as an advocate for those dealing with mental health challenges by promoting hope and recovery. This mission statement highlights how the association contributes to community health. They work to reduce the stigma and barriers to seeking help that those living with a mental illness often face. One of the job postings I found for the Mental Health Association, albeit that of New York City, was that of a Special Projects Assistant within the Standards, Training, and Practices Division of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Although the title assistant would seem to denote more of a subservient role, upon further inspection the posting rather indicates an independent, almost even a managerial sort of role. A qualified applicant would take on a plethora of responsibilities. He or she would develop, collect, and maintain information and resources for the organization's Network Resource Center. He or she would also coordinate and facilitate changes or adaptations to programs and best practice standards for special populations more at risk for suicide. This position requires a degree in a related field such as public health or psychology, as well as 1 to 2 years experience in a related setting. There is an abundance of volunteer opportunities within the Mental Health Association, and here are the ones specific to the Greensboro branch. First, as a compeer, friend, or connection, you serve as a one-on-one friend, advocate, and role model to a client of the organization. Another option is to be a community educator, wherein you would speak with a variety of audiences about mental health topics. Additionally, Hands of Hope volunteers seek out sponsors and donations to help support patients at local mental health care facilities. For walkers, runners, and forward movers of all kinds, the Human Race, CHO 5K, and other such events raise money and awareness for mental health. Finally, you may serve as a general volunteer doing sundry office tasks and/or working with staff and others on special projects and events. The Mental Health Association in Forsyth County has a horizontal organizational chart and structure. No committees or departments are outlined, and any board members with specialized tasks or duties seem to be responsible for solely administrative staff. All board members, including those with specialized duties, are of equal status within the organization. As a 501c3 charitable organization, the Mental Health Association is supported widely by donation and fundraisers. That in Greensboro hosts or is involved with several events such as the annual Wellness Academy Golf Classic, the Shays Chase 5K, and the Human Race. The Mental Health Association in Forsyth County is additionally funded in part by the United Way. Both the Mental Health Association in Greensboro and in Forsyth County employ in their logos the Mental Health Bell. This is an iconic symbol which was forged in 1956 from the chains and shackles discarded by asylums. The inscription on the bell reads, "Cast from shackles which bound them, this bell shall ring out hope for the mentally ill and victory over mental illness." The bell remains a sign of both hope and the unfortunately lingering invisible bonds of stigma which still restrain many mental illness sufferers from reaching their full potential. The associations communicate with audiences in email mailing lists, newsletters and brochures, and their official websites. However, a good deal of their marketing efforts are conveyed via social media outlets such as Facebook, Twitter, and especially YouTube. The Mental Health Association in Forsyth County is an affiliate of Mental Health America, and they also partner with the United Way. The Mental Health Association surely employs both formative and summative evaluations of their programs, though neither branch specifically indicated as such. Formative evaluations would be used should the association choose to offer different programs or support groups. Summative evaluations would be used at the culmination of fiscal years, fundraisers, and programs to gauge both efficacy of the endeavor and its impact within the community. I interviewed Executive Director Andy Hagler, an 18-year veteran with the Mental Health Association in Forsyth County. We mainly discussed the ins and outs of his position and background and that of the organization in general. The main points that I took away from our meeting were his frustrations with the limited resources and, in spite of such, the rewards he reaps from his job. The recession hit the association hard, thus Mr. Hagler is the only full-time employee at the Forsyth County branch. This stretches him thin mentally, emotionally, and resource-wise as he assumes many responsibilities within the association. However, he specifically noted the profoundly rewarding feeling of having helped at least one person each and every day through the work that he does. If I were to develop a project for the Mental Health Association, I would first address funding and budget, as financial concerns were readily apparent in my local associations. Employing strong marketing techniques alongside a heavily volunteer-weighted staff under the guidance of a board member could boost incoming funds and minimize outgoing funds. Additionally, collaboration with other nonprofit organizations could be examined so long as the project remains true to the association's mission. Finally, incorporating both formative and summative evaluation is key to most effectively execute any project. Here are my references, and thank you for your time and attention.